my brain. Should know better, I should walk away, but your love's a rhythm, and I gotta stay like a melody stuck
I'm
inside
so
my
excited.
head. And every time I see you, I just fall in love again. Oh, no use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch and I'm back where I've been. Yeah, I just fall in love again. Whoa.
You can see right away that this comes really close to Dua Lipa kind of track. Hey guys, I am DJ Legion from Audio Waves Academy, and today I am really excited to show you the arrangement that we did here to achieve this kind of Dua Lipa kind of track. First things first, if you want to arrange a track, there are two possible ways. One of it is if you got the instrumental and you want to write the lyrics, aka vocals, or you already got the vocals and you want to build around them, or a combination of both of them. But let me explain. Here right now on our project, I got some stems from a sample pack. I did some small tweaking there to make some room for the vocals. So the initial idea was this one here. After that, we had this main idea. I experimented with the initial idea before adding the vocal. When I got a really good foundation of it, I just went and exported the track, used ChatGPT to generate some lyrics in the style of Dua Lipa, and then I went and used Suno for the vocal generation.
I just fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch and I'm back where I've been. Yeah, I just fall in love again. Whoa.
Well, I really like how the vibe was there from the vocals, and I was thinking how I can go and work with these vocals. So I just went and imported it in my project. It took only the vocal stem. That's why if I go and open here, you're going to see that we have some different stems. This is the vocal that was from the demo that we had from Suno, but I didn't want the drums or the bass or anything else. I just kept the vocals. And because the vocals from the Suno are terrible if you want to use them in solo mode, I had to fix some things just to make it easy to listen to.
Fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch and I'm back where I've been. Yeah, I just fall in love again.
Well, it still sounds like crap, seriously, but this is not the purpose for today's video. Today we are not going to focus on the mixing. I just care about the idea and how I can go and fit it into the arrangement. But to build a song around a vocal, you need to have a solid foundation of instruments, and at least for the beginning. And in our case, we had more than we could ask for. Again, I didn't want to focus on the mixing. I just went here, for example, on the synths, and wanted to make a bit more space for the vocal to come through. So right now they sound like this. Now that you understood what we had here on our instruments, let's go and talk about the structure. Dua Lipa's track often start with a filter synth or bass line to tease the groove. Some songs even use a reverse effect or drum fill to smoothly transition into the verse. The thing is that it's all about creating curiosity and setting the stage for what's coming next. Our intro is this one here. And here we had a small reverse effect. But really important here is the automation that we have on our filter, on our instruments. Here right now you can see that I have the EQ, and if I go and play from the beginning, you're going to see that this EQ filter here is going to open. It makes the transition smoother. So if I go, for example, and put it back without the automation, it's a bit too much for an intro. The intro was 4 bars because we want to keep it short. And now let's go and talk about the verse. The verse, in this case, is minimal but effective. We are going to see that we have 2 different verses here. The first verse keeps it really simple. We have no drums and the focus is on the light atmospheric elements like a sample pad or a plug. With this structure, we leave much more space for the vocal to shine while we are keeping the listener engaged. This verse was 8 bars. Now let's go on the pre-chorus, which is going to be 4 bars. And the pre-chorus is to build some tension and generally a build-up. Think of it that here's where the energy starts to building up, so the chords get stronger and you will hear things like rising hi-hats, claps, and some risers effects right now. But also a really great trick is to introduce some instrument that is like a hint of the main synth melody to prepare the listener for the drop, like the guitar here. This was a filtered guitar, and everything all together on the pre-chorus sound like this.
Bring, should know better. I should walk away, but your love's a rhythm, and I gotta stay like a melody stuck inside my head. And every time I see you,
And at the last 1 bar here from our pre-chorus, we are going to use a drum fill that is going to move us on the chorus. Really important also in pop music is that you have some changes every 4 bars. For example, here right now, let's have a look on the verse. Then we are going to introduce this synth here. And then we are going to introduce the drums. This is generally a really rule of thumb about pop music. Now let's go on the chorus. The chorus is the full energy. This is where the magic really happens. The Dua Lipa choruses hit like really hard. They have a really punchy and funky bass line with sidechain compression in this case to keep this groove that we wanted. And we have also more guitars that are also really funky and a groovy drum pattern and some wide last synth chords for the epicness that we want to achieve. Sometimes also she introduces the vocal chops or synth leads for added catchiness. And everything is designed to feel bigger than the previous sections. This is what you have to do if you want to make the listener want to really move and dance. Have a listen to the drums, how they sound. You got a very simple but groovy drum pattern. And then when I introduce the guitars, let's go and introduce now the instruments. And now the epicness. We have at the first part here, we have a hit from the right and the crash to make this epicness. And then we had again, after 4 bars, the same right and the crash. And something that a lot of people forget is to go and mute the 2 last kicks on the last bar. You can also go and try this one here, but somehow if I go and do it, it's going to sound a little empty. So that's why I went here and I chose only the last 2 bars here, because I have also the drum fill that starts there. And then if you see, I have named this one bridge because we have the same section again on the chorus, but this time the vocal changes a little bit. It is more like singing with me together, singing together, oh, you know. And then we have much more groove there. right now, you saw, for example, that I had the last 4 kicks taken out because I wanted to make the transition to the verse much smoother. Now let's go and talk about the second verse. This is a really important step, and I would highly recommend you to have a close look right now. Here we have the transition that goes to the verse. And if I go and, for example, I have seen a lot of people doing this, go and mute the hi-hat and the open hat, and they just leave the snare at the clap with a kick.
Heartbeat running fast like we're chasing the sun. No breaks, no regrets. Baby, we're too young.
It sounds okay, but I think we are losing a lot of energy because our bridge here was too much energetic and the transitions feels a bit not so well, in my opinion. So I just went and enable again the hi-hat and the open hat.
I just fall in love again. Heartbeat running fast like we're chasing the sun. No breaks, no regrets. Baby, we're too young.
You can hear right away that this makes the transition much smoother because we have not this really breakdown that we had earlier without the hi-hat and without the open hi-hat. And instead of just repeating the first verse, we have also some changes to keep it fresh. You are going to hear, for example, here a more active bass line, this one here. So we keep also the same instruments that we had on our chorus to make the transition also smoother. But we took out, for example, this guitar here, and we just kept the guitars and some strings here. We didn't want anything from the synths because we are on the verse and we want to leave a little bit space for the track to breathe. Again, we are going to follow the 4-bar loop. Here we had also some other things we are adding. We have some crashes, some tops, and some strings. Again, here we have the 4 bars that we introduced also on the 4 drum loop, but there is a trick here why I did this, and we have also the guitar. So right now you might be listening to the track and you think we are on the verse, so we are going directly on the chorus, but no, this is the trick that I did here.
Like a faded track, should know better. I should walk away, but you love the rhythm, and I gotta stay like a melody stuck inside my head. And every time I see you, I just fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends.
This is really gold, guys, because it tricks your mind. You are thinking that, oh, I'm going to the chorus, but if you want to keep the listener stimulated there, you can use the plot twist, let's say, and you're introducing a breakdown there, not directly the chorus. Think of it like this. The song feels like it's about to explode into the chorus, but instead it pulls back into a breakdown. This element of the surprise that I mentioned earlier, it keeps the listener hooked and he just wants more. And we are not adding or something else here. We are just using the same things that we had also on our chorus. It is like making a puzzle. If a song has a breakdown and it's often a moment to breathe, it is with pads, reverb heavy vocals, or a stripped down kind of beat. This break makes the final chorus to hit even harder when it returns. Have a listen again here on the transition that we have on the breakdown.
And every time I see you, I just fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch.
Again, we are using the previous trick because we want to keep the energy. If I wanted, I could go here and mute, for example, the percussions and the tops and the guitar, and it would sound like this.
I just fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch.
So right now it feels again a bit down, and we don't want this. We want to keep the energy here because we are talking about Dua Lipa kind of track, and it is really energetic.
I just fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch and I'm back where I've been. Yeah, I just fall in love again. Call it crazy, call it fate, but
Again, we are using the 4-bar method. Again, here we are introducing the clap, the piano, and here we're also introducing this synth. That helps us to transition on the pre-chorus.
They call it fate, but I'm dying, no escape. It's my favorite sin, and I just fall in love again.
And if you have a closer look here on the pre-chorus, this one was much more empty. And in comparison with this one here, you're going to see that we are also introducing the brass and the lead. As a result, this makes the transition much smoother to the chorus here, because we want to have the full body, the full energy there.
They call it fate, but I'm dying, no escape. It's my favorite sin, and I just fall in love again. I just fall in love again.
And now let's go and talk about the chorus. The chorus is almost the same like the previous one, but with one small change. We have here the guitar that is going to be played on the first part, because I just wanted to change just a little bit on the chorus, and this is the only thing that I thought maybe it could work like this, because I still wanted to keep the energy there, but I didn't want to introduce right away these elements, because I wanted to keep them on the last part, which is going to be the bridge to the outro. Also, the vocals here are a little bit different on the pre-chorus, because it makes the kind of thing that we are going now on the chorus.
I just fall in love again. Whoa. No use fighting when I know how this ends.
This is the same break.
Call it crazy, call it fate, but I'm diving in, no escape. Oh, your love, it's my favorite sin.
And right now, our track with this small arrangement that we are at 2 minutes and 43 seconds. This arrangement is also perfect for Spotify, since most of the songs are under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So let's go and have a listen again on the track from the beginning.
Midnight city lights, you're pulling me in. Got that look in your eyes, I'm losing again. Told myself I'd be strong, wouldn't play this game. But one touch, one kiss, ooh, there goes my brain. Should know better, I should walk away, but your love's a rhythm, and I gotta stay like a melody stuck inside my head. And every time I see you, I just fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch and I'm back where I've been. Yeah, I just fall in love again. Whoa. No escaping this feeling. Oh, 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 you got my heart believing. Every time it begins, yeah, I just fall in love again. Heartbeat running fast like we're chasing the sun. No breaks, no regrets. Baby, we're too young. Every time I say no, you pull me right back. Got me lost in your love like a faded track. Should know better, I should walk away, but your love's a rhythm, and I gotta stay like a melody stuck inside my head. And every time I see you, I just fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch and I'm back where I've been. Yeah, I just fall in love again. Call it crazy, call it fate, but I'm dying, no escape. Oh, your love, it's my favorite sin, and I just fall in love again. I just fall in love again. No use fighting when I know how this ends. One touch and I'm back where I've been. Yeah, I just fall in love again. No escaping this feeling. Oh, 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 you got my heart believing. Every time it begins, yeah, I just fall in love again.
And that's the secret behind Dua Lipa's hit song arrangements. Arrangement in general is plays like a really big part of music production. And having a great arrangement is really important, but also knowing how to mix the vocals is really important. If you want to learn about it, check out this video where I talk in depth about reverb for dreamy vocals. See you there.